Welcome to my first ever YouTube video on this channel. Today we'll be going over the predictions of week 1. Also, disclaimer, I'm not really that good at predictions. Usually I go like 9-7, 8-8, maybe 10-7. So if I don't pick your team, don't get offended, I'm mostly wrong. And for our very first game of the season, football is finally back. Got the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys trading Patterson away, crazy. So of course, I got the Eagles winning this game. How am I supposed to pick the Cowboys? Let's be honest. Like, you can't pick against the Super Bowl champs in week 1. And then we got next game, international, Chiefs at Chargers. That's a waste of a home game for the Chargers, sadly. So for that game, I have the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Chargers. I'm expecting this to be a close game. And also, this prediction pick is not going to stop me from rooting for the Chargers. And then you have the Miami Dolphins going to Indianapolis to face the Colts. Now, people are saying the Dolphins might not be good this year, but they got to win this game. I just don't see the Colts winning against the Dolphins. And now you got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Jets. The Steelers with Aaron Rodgers, his first game in Pittsburgh. And also on the Jets, you got Justin Fields on his first game on the New York Jets. Also, what are the odds of this? Like, let's just talk about this for a second. Aaron Rodgers is already facing his former team, the New York Jets, in week 1. And then Justin Fields just happens to be on the Jets facing Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, just like in the NFC North, when Justin Fields was the Bears quarterback facing Aaron Rodgers on the Packers. What are the odds? The Steelers have a very well-built team, at least on defense. So I don't see the Jets scoring that much points on the Steelers, and I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning that game. And then you have the Carolina Panthers going to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars. Now this is a pretty hard game to decide, right? The Panthers are going up a bit. The Jaguars, what the hell are they doing? The Jaguars got Trevor Lawrence, and they're just a weird team. Like, they can be very good or they're just really bad, and it does not make any sense. But the Jaguars have Trevor Lawrence, and I just gotta believe that Trevor Lawrence has to win this game for the Jaguars in week 1. And then you got the Arizona Cardinals going into New Orleans to face the Saints. Now, this is a hard game for me to pick. The reason is because I know we're not going to go to the playoffs this year. We might be the worst in the league, but I want to believe that we're not the worst. It might be like mid. Now, as a Saints fan, I noticed the trend of the Saints, right? We always start off 2-0. Somehow, in some way, they always win week 1, and I don't know how. Like, no matter who they're up against. And the Arizona Cardinals, that's a sleeper team. Because, for me, I always think like, oh yeah, the Cardinals might be a 7th seed. Definitely a wild card team. And then everyone else is just saying, the Cardinals are bad. But I think the Cardinals can make it to the 7th seed. At least to the 7th seed. So this might be the end of the Saints week 1 magic, because I am picking the Arizona Cardinals to win week 1. Look, unless the Saints do something to prove me wrong, otherwise I know it's crazy for me to pick against my own team, but let's be realistic here. I'm trying to win as many picks as possible. Then you got the New York Giants going to Washington to face the Commanders. The hype is real in Washington, D.C. right now. And I had to pick the Commanders because, come on. Like, the Commanders, they could probably go to the Super Bowl this year. And the Giants are, well, the Giants, so. And then you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing the Atlanta Falcons. And now the Falcons also have that weird magic at the start of the season. I don't know how. The Falcons, they always start off the season strong, and then they just, like, collapse. They always start off like 4-2 or 3-3, something like that, and then it just all falls apart like that. And then for the Tampa Bay Bucks, I know a lot of hopes are high in Tampa. I mean, I've been seeing crazy predictions of them going 12-5, 13-4. Well, week 1 is going to be their first loss. Because I think that Atlanta Falcons magic at the start of the season for some reason will beat the Bucks. And then you have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. The Bengals always losing in week 1. Why is that? The Bengals is such a weird team because like they're good but they're bad at the same time. It makes no sense. They haven't been to the playoffs in the past 2 years, just to remind you. But maybe this is finally the time that the Bengals break that week 1 curse. And I'm going to pick the Bengals to beat the Browns. Like, there's no way they can lose to the Browns in week 1, right? Bengals don't lose to the Browns. Then you have the Las Vegas Raiders versus New England Patriots. Like, oh boy. Okay, so the Raiders, not that much hope for them. The Patriots, though, they got a little hope. Patriots fans are saying that they might go to a wild card team. Well, they're one step closer because I don't see the Raiders beating the Patriots, so I got the Patriots. And then you got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. Now, let's think about this real quick. So everyone sees the 49ers as this top team that, like Super Bowl contenders and stuff. But let's not forget last year, they ended at last place in the NFC West. Yes, I know they were injured. But even when they weren't injured, they were still not playing that good. And now the 49ers fans are complaining about their defense being terrible now. And they got rid of Deebo Samuel. So when I look at all these factors, I don't see the 49ers as this superstar team. They're like an average team now. So being in Seattle, I have to go with the Seahawks with this. Unless the 49ers prove they are still this really good team, I have to go with the Seahawks. And then you have the Tennessee Titans at Denver Broncos. The hype in Denver is real. Broncos going to the playoffs. Did not expect that. No one expected that except for Broncos fans. And the Titans, number 1 draft pick. So obviously I'm picking the Broncos. There's no way I can pick the Titans against anyone. And then you have the Detroit Lions going to Green Bay to face off against the Packers. This will be a very good game. And the Lions, 15-2 just to get bounced in the playoffs, which is insane. But the Lions have been owning this rivalry for a couple years now. And I want to think that the Lions will win this game and continue owning it. But won't be surprised if the Packers win. And then you got the game that should be Monday Night Football instead of the Vikings and Bears. We have the Houston Texans at Los Angeles Rams. This game, very hard to pick. Both these teams, very good seasons last year. Both got eliminated in the divisional round. These two teams are the freaking same. And while I was making these picks, while I was thinking about it for a while, I saw the Rams were favored, but I got to go with the Houston Texans. Probably for an upset pick. And then Sunday Night Football. The Baltimore Ravens going to Buffalo to face the Bills. Last year, I couldn't decide who would win this game. I picked the Bills in the divisional round to win, and I was right. But I think the Ravens, this time, the Ravens were going to win this time. And then at the end, you have the Minnesota Vikings facing the Chicago Bears in Chicago. I don't know why this is Monday Night Football. Got a team that went 14-3 last year facing a 5-12 team when they decided to put that on Monday Night Football and not the Texans and Rams. So obviously I'm going to pick the Vikings. There's no way I'm picking the Bears on that one. Thank you everyone for watching my very first video, my very first prediction. If you do not agree with them, don't worry. Half of them are wrong. I guarantee you. Let me know your prediction in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I had to say. Make sure to subscribe and like to help out the channel. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.